everyone, and welcome to the Spring into Reading-A-thon. So this is a read-a-thon that takes place, they do it every season, so it's basically called the season-a-thon, and then they change it up each season to accommodate the season. And I love spring, and I have my own Christmas read-a-thon, so I couldn't participate in it then. So I thought, hey, why not participate in it now? And there's no better time to do it right now because we're all, you know, stuck at home for the most part. Oh, it started yesterday. I thought it started today. Whoops. I really thought it started today, and I thought today was the first day of spring, so that's a totally error on my own judgment. I'm gonna have to take bubble intermissions for my child, so my apologies. I'll just vlog an extra day to accommodate for this. Whoops. So it runs from the 19th to the 29th, so I should have started it yesterday. So it's like a little bit, so it's a week and like 3 days. So there's different prompts for it and everything like that. So I'm gonna share with you quickly what I'm reading for that. I did do a whole TBR video for it. But very quickly, if you watch my last reading vlog, you know I'm still reading Little Woman. I started it in the backlist-a-thon, and now I'm finishing up in this one, and I'm nearly finished with it. I'm gonna finish it today, as a matter of fact, because I really want to watch the movie tonight with Matt. So yeah, that's 800 pages, and I'm on like page almost 700. So yeah, I can definitely finish it today. Oh, it's not even 800 pages, like 770. So yeah, I got this. I am loving it. It did take me a while to get into it, but now I love all the sisters. I love Lori. I love Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. March. Like they're, oh goodness, I adore them, and I'm gonna be really sad when the book is over. I know there's different books like Joe's Boys and things like that, so I might continue on with it, but yeah, I'm loving it. I'm very surprised to say, because I'm not a classics person. And the other two books I'm planning to read are The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren. This is an adult rom-com, in the same vein also as Where Have All the Boys Gone by Jenny Colgan. I will be honest, I haven't heard the best reviews of this one, so I'm gonna have to read it and see how it goes. So yeah, I have over a week to read these two books, because I will finish Little Woman like probably soon because I'm outside. So I'm gonna add another 1 or 2 books in. We'll just have to go with it and see. But as you see, you know, we're homeschooling because of quarantine and things like that, and I hope a lot of you guys are taking precautions with that and social distancing. That's a very real thing, and I hope you're just being smart and safe with that. We are not going out. I do have on a pretty somewhat routine with Noah. I'm trying to homeschool him the best I can. If you don't know, he's 5 and he's autistic, so it's very hard. His attention span is 0, his focus is 0, so I really try to do a lot of online stuff with him, and if I can get like 30 minutes to an hour of like just educational stuff with him, I call that a win. If I try, I try. That's all I can do, and that's all you can do as a parent as well. It doesn't matter if your kid has a disability or not. Just try. And also, you know, we do that in the morning. We also go for a car ride every day. We don't get out or anything like that because it's not safe, but he really thrives when he's out of the house, and thankfully, you know, and we just go on car rides every day to get out of the house, get a breath of fresh air. That has helped a ton because he is an outdoor boy through and through, so we spend most of our time outside, and that is great because, you know, the less media for him, the better. It just, yeah, that's what we're trying to find our new normal. We're trying to be safe and smart. The only time I ever go out is to go to a grocery store when I have to, and I try to do that only like once every 2 weeks. I'm just trying to be smart and be safe, wash hands, and I hope you're all doing that. And I know a lot of you guys out there have to work, whether you be nurses or doctors or work in food or retail. Thank you for what you do. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
What do you want to listen to?
Yeah.
You want to listen to Minions or 90s?
Minions.
You want to listen to Minions? It's going to be truly an at-home vlog. Not much different from my other vlogs, but it's hard because he's not in school and therapy, and he thrives on routine. We're just trying to do the best we can, and that's all we can do. So a lot of outdoor time, a lot of family time, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll update you later, I guess. I will update you when I finish Little Woman. everybody, happy Sunday. So I didn't vlog yesterday because nothing was really going on. I did finish, I think on Friday, yeah, I finished Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott. I am really pleasantly surprised that I did finish it because the first half of the book I thought was really slow and I really had a hard time getting into it, but after I familiarized myself with the writing, with the characters, it just really flowed effortlessly for me, and I just wanted to finish it because I wanted to know how it ended up. So what Little Woman is about, it is a classic book written by Louisa May Alcott. It takes place in 1861 or 62, I believe, right during the time of Civil War, and we follow the March sisters. We have Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy, and the oldest, Meg, I think is like 16 or 17 when the book begins, and basically their dad is away serving as a chaplain for the North in the Civil War. So it's about them just kind of getting by with their mom, and it really kind of chronologicals their life from that age up to, like, I want to say like many years later when they're all grown up and married and stuff like that. And that is what the book is about. It's really about Little Woman, these four sisters. I would say Jo is probably our main protagonist because it's almost like autobiographical, if you will. I've heard of this book, but I really enjoyed it. My rating, I would say, I don't know, I don't do half stars, but I really feel like I have to with this one because I really wanted to give a 5 out of 5, but sorry. If I'm honest with you, it was slow. A lot of it was slow. There was a lot of parts with stories and newspaper articles, things like that, that I just really had a hard time getting into. And there were just some parts that just didn't move fast because it is about, you know, a lifespan almost. So I think in honesty, I would give it a 4.5, but I really enjoyed it. I am, you know, happy I read a classic. That was my goal for this year, is to read one classic. And I'm really happy I read Little Woman because I will say, you know, it is kind of slow, the writing. I'm not used to historical writing. If you're big into historical writing, you will love it probably. But the main part of which I love this book, and I think everyone can attest to, is the sisters. Each of the sisters is just the shining star in their own right. We have Meg that just really wants to, you know, find a husband, have a family, have a simple life. She really wants that. Jo really wants to travel. She doesn't want to be tied down by a man. She just wants to do big and better things. She wants to be a writer. Then we have Beth, who is just this sweetest ever. She just wants to help her family. She wants to always help her mom and dad, just be there always. And then we have Amy, who really wants to marry rich, and she has all these plans of being proper and things like that. And you just see them grow up and how they kind of all change and how they find a significant other and how they really always come back to family. I love the family aspect of this book. Like, there were so many life lessons in this book that I love that the mom taught the daughters repeatedly, and I just loved it so much. You are not a fan of classics, like myself, but you really want to try one at least. Little Woman, I think, is a great way to go, especially with the adaptation. You know, it was in theaters. I think it's still in theaters. Theaters are not even open right now, but I know it's like in demand, which actually Matt and I are going to watch it tonight, and I'm really excited about it because I'm just excited to see this come to life. I do plan to watch the newest one first because I've just already envisioned those characters, what they look like in this book in my head. And then I'm going to watch the 1994 edition. I know that's been made 2 other times, but I'm going to watch the latest 2 and see how I like about them and see what I think about them. But I really liked it. I am not surprised because everyone really likes it and said it's an easy classic to read, and I will agree. I know I have started The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren. I am already on page 83. I will probably finish this either today or tomorrow. I mean, especially with being home so much, my reading has definitely picked up. That is for sure, and I'm happy about that. Maybe I can dwindle my TBR down slowly but surely. That's a good thing. I just read chick lit notoriously fast. I'm liking it so far. The reviews have not been the best about it, so we'll have to see. But yeah, that's my reading update. What I did today, I went to church this morning. Just kidding. I live streamed it. My church live streamed their service, which I'm so thankful for. I love watching that. Last thing I want to share with you is book mail. I got a ton of book mail yesterday. I already opened it because I forgot I was vlogging. So, you know, just go with it with me. This book I got is one I actually ordered a few weeks ago and it just came in, and that is The Neighbors by Nicola Gill. And this is, this just came out this year, I believe. It's about Cassie and Ginny, and basically they switch, or they're neighbors or something. and a funny, honest, and moving exploration of life, love, and friendship. I haven't heard anybody talk about this, but when I read the synopsis, I was like, this sounds really interesting to me. Another chick lit book. I really might read it in case my other read doesn't pan out this week. Looking at this one, I don't know, we'll see. But I got that. And then I got in the mail from Avon, Gone Viral. This is the companion sequel novel to The Right Swipe. So in this book, I believe we follow the main character's sister from the first book. Yeah, I did really like The Right Swipe. Yeah, it's about like tweeting and things like that. Really cute. I love that it's in a really tall hardback as well. So that's awesome. And then I got two from Berkeley. The first one being Always the Last to Know by Kristen Higgins. This one comes out in, when do you come out? Is this the, no. In June. Basically, the dad has a stroke, then the daughter has to come home and stuff like that. I don't know. Sorry, I'm being not a good like walker about it at all. And is that all the book mail I got? Did I get another one? No, that's it. Okay, and the last piece of book mail I got was also from Berkeley, and that is a paperback copy of My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. I've already read this and loved it. I love the paperback version just as much as the hardback. I gotta figure out which one I want to keep and give away another one because I don't need two copies of it. But yeah, that's my update for now. My battery's flashing because it's like, girl, you've been talking too long, and I agree. We do for our kids. So homeschooling, or I'm trying to. Noah's teacher sent over, Noah's teacher emailed me a whole bunch of flashcards to do because he loves flashcards. Fortunately, we don't have a color printer at the moment. Matt's working on it, so I had to print them out on matte paper, black and white, and I really wanted them in color so he could see it visually. So I'm like taking time to color these. I'm not a fan of coloring. It does not relax me. These are some spring ones. I have a whole stack to do of like spring, and then there's some vehicles. Just, he loves flashcards, so work is work. It's just, it's a lot. Like, I'm doing, like, this is gonna take me so long. I know this is stupid. A lot of people love coloring. I'm not one of those people, but I will do it for my child. Are they great colorings? No, but he'll be like, that's grass. Everybody, good morning. To vlog yesterday because just not a lot went on. I will say a big announcement happened in my state yesterday that all Virginia, which I live in Virginia, K through 12 schools are closed officially for the rest of the year, which I feel like I kind of knew was coming. I was hoping they were just going to extend it and then hopefully the virus would pass, but we don't know. But they just dropped the big bombshell that the whole, like, the rest of the year's canceled, which I'm not going to lie to you, I did struggle with. Because I've told you repeatedly, and I will, because I might have you new viewers and you might think that, like, why is she complaining about it? My son has autism, and he is very, very routine based. That is what he thrives on. You know, we were finally getting in our groove of him going to school in the morning and then going to therapy in the afternoon, and he's just a lot better, in a better mood, in a better mindset when he's out of the house frequently. He's not like a homebody. He likes to be out and about. He likes to even be outside. We notice a difference with his behavior with that. So, you know, when they first said that schools were going to be closed for 2 weeks, he was already out for a week because of an ear infection. So now we're on week 3 when really everybody else is week 2. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, it's hard because he's home all day, every day, because not only that, we're social quarantining. The only person that leaves the house is me when I go to the store every once in a while, or we go for a car ride every day. We never get out, but, you know, he really doesn't ever leave the house or anywhere. So I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. I'm trying to homeschool the best I can, but I don't know. I really fear regression with him. If you know, have a child with a disability, you understand that term frequently. I am very worried about how school year will go next year. I hope that we can begin therapy again somewhat in the summer. That would be great. But I will say he actually has therapy today, but it's going to be like through the computer live, so he'll see his therapist. It'll almost be like a Skype session, and she'll kind of have a therapy session with him online, which I'm very excited about because I know he loves his speech therapist, so I'm excited about that. I hope it works well, but it's just, you know, it's a tough pill to swallow because, you know, he's gonna be home all the time, which is fine, but I do lose my work time, so it's kind of hard to manage that. And I work from home already. I can't imagine the parents out there that cannot work from home. They might be considered essential staff, which there are a lot of people are, and their kids are going to be home and they're like, what am I going to do for childcare? I can't imagine going through that. So I'm very extremely privileged and lucky that I'm already home anyway, so it's not like that big of a hindrance to my plans. But for all the parents out there or guardians that are having to deal with the school closures for the entire year that also have to work outside of the home and figure out childcare, I feel for you. I will be thinking about you. I can't imagine that. So anyway, enough talking about that. I'm doing the best I can. That's all I can do. Luckily, I've been in contact very frequently with Noah's teacher, and I'm trying to do the best I can. Moving on to reading. So since I last talked to you, I have finished The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren. I did really enjoy it. I'm actually surprised because the reviews on Goodreads have not been the best. A lot of 2 and 3 stars in my opinion. I still don't know what to rate it. I think my gut reaction is a 4 because I did like it, but then I think about other Christina Lauren books. So I'm still debating on what I'm gonna rate it. It's either gonna be 3 or 4. Like right now I feel like a 3.5, which if you don't know, I either round up or round down about generally what I'm feeling. So anyway, if you don't know what The Honey Don't List is about, we follow 2 assistants, Carrie and James. Carrie is the assistant to Melissa Tripp, and James is the assistant to Rusty Tripp. They're both, Rusty and Melissa are husband and wife, and they are like DIY home gurus, if you will. Pretty much picture Joanna and Chip Gaines, if you don't know who they are. Here they are. They're like the big it couple for like HGTV and all their stuff. They have lots of lines in Target, and you know, they're really big. Think of the Tripps as Joanna and Chip Gaines, but very different. Like I just pictured them physically. I don't watch Joanna and Chip Gaines. I'm not like big in HGTV and stuff. I was back in the day when I watched Trading Spaces, yeah, which they have a show in this book that's very, very, very reminiscent to that, and that made me think of it. I used to love the host Paige and the Carpenter Ty. I watched that a lot when I was younger. But anyway, so the Tripps are like, you know, the golden couple of home decor, of home renos and stuff like that. They have a show, they're having a book tour, like they're in love all the time. It's just amazing. But behind the scenes, they really loathe each other. So basically, this whole book is about their book coming out, about marriage, quite essentially, while their marriage is literally on the rocks. So and they have to go on this week-long book tour, and Carrie and James have to keep them in line, have to keep them, you know, from fighting in public, from showing the public that they are really in a not the best marriage. So that's the whole gist of the book. We follow both Carrie and James, and it was cute. There's not a lot of depth to it, honestly. Yeah, I don't it was cute, I'm not gonna lie. If you just want a fun, fast, chick lit book to read, I would recommend it. Christina Lauren books are great for that. I really enjoy the majority of their books. I did like this one. I think I might give it a 4 because when I think about a lot of their other books, like The Have Don't Stand, I didn't really like that one that much. Twice in a Blue Moon, I didn't like that one that much. Roomies was okay. This one I did really enjoy. So, you know, it's got the whole behind the scenes thing, the DIY thing, a marriage, you know, being in a job you don't really love, things like that. So yeah, that's a solid, you know, chick lit book. I did really like it. And I have started Where Have All the Boys Gone by Jenny Colgan. I am on page, crap, I didn't even mark what page, yes I did. I'm on page 62. It's okay, it's slow moving. Jenny Colgan's books are slow moving. I'll tell you what's more about it when I get into it. And starting 2 other ebooks because apparently I'm very ambitious this week. So I'm actually starting a buddy read with Kristen over at Super Space Chick. We are both starting Dark Lover by J.R. Ward, which if you don't know is the first book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. That series is like 18 books deep, so your girl's gonna take her time with it. If you don't know, that's an adult fantasy paranormal series about like vampires and stuff. And after finishing Crescent City, like the first book, I was very much in like an urban fantasy paranormal mood, so I'm gonna go for that. But I also realized yesterday while browsing Amazon that Tessa Bailey has a new book out called Reborn Yesterday, and it is a paranormal romance about vampires. I immediately bought it on Kindle, which I don't read a ton of ebooks, but right now books are not being shipped out a lot because of the virus, which understandably so. So I'm like, might as well just get an ebook because that'll be easier. Okay, so I'm gonna start that one. I don't know what that's about other than I just saw paranormal vampire steamy. That's all I needed to know. So yeah, I'm filming today. That's why I look pretty decent for once. And it's actually sunny today. Thank goodness, because yesterday it rained, tomorrow it's gonna rain, and like I said, this boy thrives outside. Even though it's pretty cold, we can bundle up and spend some time listening to music and swinging on the swing. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, baby.
Everyone, and happy Thursday. So did I vlog yesterday? I don't even remember. I think I did. I'm not sure. So I have officially decided to give up on That's Upside Down. I've decided to officially DNF Where Have All the Boys Gone by Jenny Colgan. And I really didn't want to. I really tried. I think I got to page like 180, I think, which was quite into the book. I could have easily finished it, but I wasn't enjoying it. Nothing was happening. I have read one other Jenny Colgan book, and I did like it, but again, I remember that nothing really happened. The plot was very... Sorry, I'm swinging my child. The plot was very slow moving, and just nothing happened. So rather than force myself to finish a book that I probably would not love, I decided just to move on from it. And you know what? I'm okay with it. At first I was like, oh, because I know a couple of you guys really like this book, and I'm so glad you do. It's just not the book for me. Now decided to pick up The Neighbors by Nicola Gill, which is what I was planning to do if this book didn't turn out. So there's that. I'm reading Dark Lover by J.R. Ward, like I said. Tell you what percent I'm on, but my son is listening to music on my phone. I think I'm like already 40% in. It's something, I'll say that. Sorry, the lighting is just blah. It's shady, cloudy, all that stuff. It is definitely an adult book. By that I mean a lot of steamy times, a lot of cussing, a lot of violence. This book, as far as I know right now, we follow a main character named Wrath. He's a vampire, and he's like the leader of these Black Dagger Brotherhood, and his friend comes to him that's part of the Brotherhood, and he's like, look, I have a half human, half vampire daughter, and she's about to go through like her changing, which I think she's gonna become a vampire, and like I need you to like do it, like be her sire pretty much, I'm pretty sure. The terminology is different. And first the guy's like no, and then that guy dies, the dad, which is not spoiling anything I don't think, and he helps the girl, and I think falls in love with his friend's daughter. It's just really odd. And I can tell you right now, this is just a book full of smut with a little bit of plot. I'm liking it. I'm not... It's probably gonna be a good time to read it. I mean, I don't hate it so far, but the guys are all very, very, very broody and like very domineering, like you are mine and all that kind of stuff. So if you're into that kind of romance, check it out. But yeah, I'm gonna finish that one because it is going very quickly because there's just not a lot of substance to it, which is not to fault anybody. I know this series is well loved. I'm liking it. That's my update for now. Not much of an update. Yeah, that's about all I got so far. I think this readathon ends on Sunday too, so I need to get to reading. I want to try to finish 2 more books, The Dark Lover and The Neighbors. Wish me luck. Hello everyone, happy Friday. Today's no makeup Friday because Matt and I were doing a whole bunch of yard work today, and I just try to let my face breathe as much as possible because acne, 31, still have acne. Hello, it's my life, but that's okay. So yeah, no makeup today. Hope you're okay with it. Well, to update on the reading, I did finish Dark Lover by J.R. Ward last night. I flew through it. I don't know how many pages it is. I have a computer right in front of me, so I guess I could, you know, look it up. Okay, it's 393 pages. It doesn't read like that. It goes through very, very quickly. I think because it is an addictive read. I'll tell you that right now. My rating, 3 out of 5. Solid 3. It is a book. I don't know how to say this because I do know there are so many people that love this series. I understand why. It's addicting. Will I continue on with it? Absolutely, because it's just, I could see myself really just falling in love with the series. I'm not going to like binge it or anything. I'm just going to read it, you know, a little at a time. This book is very, very adult times, and by that I mean like sexual. So if you do not like that, you stay away from this, because I will say it's a lot of that and not a lot of plot. So in case you just want some good vampire like loving times, probably check out this series. I mean, I liked it. I think there were some things I didn't love. The main thing was the characters' names. I loathed them, like the character Wrath, and then we had like Torment, but they would all spell it weird. Instead of, you know, Tormen, it was like Tohr, and then there was Vicious, and like their names are just weird. Also, this is very insta-lovey, which I expect a lot with YA adult books. I don't, but like this was like insta-lovey to the extreme, which I didn't hate, but I didn't love the romance as much. I felt it kind of odd. Also, the whole, I mean, like the first like few chapters, our main character, who's not spoiling, and I will tell you it's a trigger warning, almost gets like raped. So I'm like, okay, wow, we're gonna go there. So, you know, this book is really into, I will say, a lot of toxic masculinity. It's very much clear, like, vampires, like, you are mine, nobody can look at you, all that kind of stuff, which I know some people are into that kind of romance, so check it out for that. I liked it. I didn't love it. Yeah, I will continue on with the series. Probably. I've heard it gets really good. It is like 18 or 19 books deep. Will I ever finish that before the series is over? Probably not. But I'd say if you just really want some vampire action and like more vampire stuff, check out the series. It's been around for a while. I'm sure you've heard about it. And if you love the series and you feel like I've bashed it, I'm sorry if you feel that way. I did enjoy it. I freaking read it like 2 days, so there you go. So there's that. And I officially started Reborn yesterday by Tessa Bailey, which is another vampire romance. I did not expect to read this much vampire romance this month, but I ain't hating it. I am loving it so far. I'm only like 20% in. I really see myself finishing it by tomorrow, Sunday at the latest, because I'm that much into it. I'll tell you more about it when I finish it, because I don't want to, but all I know right now, human vampire love. There's even a vampire slayer in it, so I'm like, this is amazing. So yeah, I'm loving it so far. Hopefully it will continue on with that. There's my update for today. I think I'll probably do a montage for the rest of the day, because what are we doing? We're just gonna do some more outside stuff because this weekend's actually nice for once. And yeah, I'm editing right now, which is fun stuff. And I'll check in with you either tomorrow or the last day of Spring into Reading-A-thon on Sunday. Happy Saturday. Standing in front of our bathroom right now because we are about to get, Matt's about to get to work on it. So, I've shown you my house before. I have not shown you my bathrooms because they are old. So this house was built in 1962. It's about to come up on 60 years. Fortunately, the previous owners have already like redone the kitchen and majority of things, but the bathrooms is one thing they didn't get around to, so hence why we are. So, this is our bathroom off to our bedroom, and as you can see, it's like Pepto-Bismol pink. This really old, like, scary Rosemary's Baby's mirror. Like, yeah, that's scary as mess. Then it's just really old, and the toilet is pink, so that's nice. So yeah, Matt's about to get to work on it. I'm gonna have him explain it to you what he's doing because I have no clue, but either way, all this is gonna be gone in a few weeks. It's gonna take time. And then when we do that, we'll work on our other bathroom, which is like, this is pink, the other bathroom's like blue. So yeah, I'm excited to say goodbye to this because I hate this. I loathe this. Either way, I'll probably try to vlog and stuff of what it looks like, you know, beforehand obviously, and then after and as he's working. So what are you planning to do to this bathroom exactly?
We're gonna take everything pink out of here. We got a pink sink, pink tile, pink toilet. It's all gonna go. So we're taking this out of here. I want to take all the tile off the wall. Which what I think is underneath here is concrete and mesh netting, which is going to be a struggle to get off. We're going to come back in here, we're going to put drywall on the walls, and then put beadboard on top of that. And
the floors.
So it'll look...
Oh, sorry.
The floor, I haven't decided if I'm going to take it up or just cover it.
Laminate?
Vinyl plank flooring. Time will tell when I take up the toilet and see if there's any damage around there.
Are you excited to do this?
Very excited.
You don't sound excited at all. I thought you were really excited.
Well, I mean, like, it's going to be a lot of work. I always get a little nervous when I get into a huge project like this. So
everybody wish him luck.
I'll need it.
5 out of 5, 100 out of 100. My battery's flashing. I'm gonna make this quick. If you like vampires, you need to read this book. I loved it. It was like Twilight with a Court of Mist and Fury combined, and I am obsessed with it. So I'm going to tell you briefly what it's about. We follow a character named Ginny, who is a mortician in her dad's funeral home. He passed away several years later, and she's holding up his legacy. And one day when she's about to embalm a dead body, he wakes up. And it turns out his name is Jonas. He is a vampire, and they start talking and start developing feelings. Of course, it's frowned upon and things like that. And it's like an epic love story with a happy ending, and I loved it so desperately much. The side character's amazing. I am so beyond happy that she's continuing on with the series. Otherwise, I would be pretty freaking sad because I love the writing. Like, I've read 2 Tessa Bailey books before and liked it, but I think I just love the love story between Jonas and Ginny. And yes, it is insta-lovey. That's how, you know, vampires are with the things. Sometimes I love insta-love, sometimes I don't. I loved it in this case. I loved both Jonas and Ginny. I thought they were great equally on their own right. I love the relationship. He is a little bit possessive. That's the thing, and mostly in vampire books I've said before. This book, I didn't really mind it. I can't rave about it enough. I'm so lucky I found about this book by sheer coincidence. This has just been my favorite vampire book I think I've read like forever and ever. Like, I really loved Twilight when I was younger, and that was, but I'm an adult now, and I love Reborn Yesterday. I could see a lot of people loving this. Like, if you love Tessa Bailey, you'll love this book. If you love vampires, you'll love this book. If you love epic love stories and instant love and just a lot of steamy times, you will love this book, because I just adored it, and I already want to reread it already, and that does not happen to me often. Like, I flew through this book in like 2 days. That never happens to me, really, and I'm just obsessed with it. I could keep talking about it for hours, apparently, but a 5 out of 5. Favorite, like, vampire romance I think I've ever read. Like, I need her to do the story with Elias and Roshnaka, I believe her name is, but she's a vampire slayer in this book. Oh my gosh, it was just, I love, like, I don't crush a lot on guys now anymore when I read books, but Jonas, like, he can come be a vampire in my world any day. Read it. I loved it. Easily the favorite book I've read this entire read-a-thon, for sure. I know that's saying that over Little Women. You're like, wow, Heather. I'm a sucker for vampires, have always been that way. If you guys know me, you guys know I love Buffy. Their love story really reminded me of like Buffy and Angel, honestly. I mean, well, I guess, you know what? The next book would remind me probably more of Buffy and Angel because Elias is a vampire and the girl he's like in love with is a vampire slayer. So that one probably would remind me more of Buffy and Angel. But it just gives me that epic love story vibe that Buffy and Angel have. I just love it so much. I would say, again, if you like Twilight vampires, really reminding of Court of Mist and Fury with maids and all that kind of stuff. And like the side characters really reminding me of Court of Mist and Fury, which she may have borrowed from. I don't even care because I liked it that much. In my trash for this series, yes, I mean the writing is not like superb amazing or anything, but it is addictive as mess. I thought it was beautiful. I thought love story is beautiful. I need to shut up because I can talk about this for hours. If you want love and vampires and all that stuff, read this book. Now moving on to The Neighbors. I am already like 60 pages into it. It's not going to come close to, I think I'm going to be at a book hangover. I'm not going to lie to you, but it is what it is. Read Reborn Yesterday. Please do. I loved it. So first up, I finished Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott. If you watch my channel, I started this during the backlist-a-thon. I think I got like halfway through, so I finished up the other half of it during this read-a-thon. I really loved it. It was my one classic I really wanted to read this year, and I did, and I really liked it. If you want a whole video about it, let me know, of like classics from a newbie. Let me know. After that, I started and completed The Honey Don't List by Christina Lauren. This is an adult rom-com, chick-lit, whatever you want to call it. I, again, really like this one. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It's not one of my favorites by Christina Lauren. I'm gonna do a whole video about them soon. I still have to read a ton of their books, but I did really like it. I would recommend it if you really like romance and things like that. Then I read 2 ebooks. I read Dark Lover by J.R. Ward, which is the first book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. That's an adult, very adult. By that I mean adult times. By that I mean SEX. That is an adult paranormal fantasy about vampires, things like that. I liked it. I gave it a 3 out of 5. I do continue to read the rest of the series slowly because there's like 18 books, so maybe I'll read 2 a month because they go by so insanely quickly. So I read that, and then I read my favorite book of the entire week, which is Reborn Yesterday by Tessa Bailey, again about vampires. This one, I could see the argument of it being kind of fan fiction-y, maybe, I don't know. I freaking loved it. 5 out of 5. It's everything I wanted and more in a vampire romance, with really swoony vampire but kind of brooding, a really quirky and original love interest, Ginny. I just really loved the love in this, and I'm so excited she's continuing on with the series with different characters in it, and I love the side characters. Easily my favorite book of the entire week. Of the entire month, I don't know. I've read 2 really good vampire romances, which makes my heart so happy because I love vampires. Hence why I have a whole freaking Buffy shelf. That just shared with you my love of vampires right there. And then lastly, I started, haven't completed yet, The Neighbors by Nicola Gill. Well, how many pages am I into this? I am, as of right now, which is kind of morning-ish, I'm 100 pages in, and it is around 400 pages. I don't think I'll finish it today, probably tomorrow, just because I've been reading quickly because I'm home all the time now, which is a good thing about quarantine. You get to read a ton more. Not good for my bank account though, but I am liking this one. Very briefly, I'll tell you, this is about a character named Jenny who is 34 and she lives in a flat with her best friend. Her best friend moves out, and then one day she catches her boyfriend hooking up with her boss, which is not fun at all. So she's kind of out of a job because she's a PR person, and obviously she can't work there if her boss is like being with her boyfriend. That's weird. Then she has a downstairs neighbor named Cassie Frost, who's kind of like this really big celebrity in London, like a reality star, and her image has really gone down. Like, she's just not doing well. So she hires Ginny to be her PR manager, and it's about them, about these two women working together and things like that. It's funny, it's lighthearted, it's definitely different from what I've been reading with all these paranormal, dark, vampire romances. A little bit of a book hangover for sure from Tessa Bailey. I keep finding myself rereading it occasionally, like all the time, but yeah, this is a good heartwarming one, and I'm liking it so far. I don't think I'll love it, I think I'll enjoy it, but yeah. Overall, like I said, really good reading week. I finished 4 books, and I'm like almost through a whole, I'm a quarter of the way through another one, so I am very pleasantly surprised. I don't know if I'll be participating in any readathons in April, but I plan to vlog a couple weeks because why not? I'm home and you guys seem to like them, so I'm gonna keep vlogging. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the Spring into Reading-A-thon. I am very pleasantly surprised and happy with, oh thank you, with my progress of the week. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Can you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Say bye-bye, guys.